Hi, everyone. This is Jenny Boulware with Main Street, South Carolina. We're part of the Municipal Association of South Carolina. You joined us because of your interest from the annual meeting this past July. And so today we want to provide an overview of what this platform means for our state and how you can better participate. We're also joined by a team. I think our next slide maybe talks a little bit more about our partnerships. So Jonathan Irick, if you'll just wave, he is also part of our Municipal Association Main Street, South Carolina team. And so this is fully adopted and endorsed by the Municipal Association. We are the team supporting it on the back end, also through technical assistance and on-site activities. But our Beyond Main team is joining us today. And so Kate and Dana, if you will share a little bit more, that'd be great.
Sure, yeah. Thanks for having us. And we're really excited to be a part of this really truly innovative initiative, WeShopSC.com. Beyond Main is the technology partner. So we are sort of the piping that like makes it all happen, right? So we help you bring your digital communities online and your small businesses within them into a shared marketing space that can be promoted and collaborated around. And then also within that, there's the capabilities for businesses to unlock commerce opportunities as well as commerce opportunities for your community, which we'll talk a little bit more about.
Thank you, Kate. So, as Kate mentioned, this is really a unique space. We've had questions about people or from people saying, "Well, how is this different than any other platform?" It is so different. It is the Yellow Book, Yellow Pages for South Carolina. You can list just to be discovered. We are not asking for any kind of investment. However, if you're ready for selling out the back door and the front door and all of the things in between, this platform can accommodate you. And so this particular graphic shows how we are touching all of those areas that are currently in play, but in South Carolina as one unified platform. Jonathan, you want to talk about this one?
Sure. So, sorry, I had to unmute myself. So, Main Street and We Shop have really partnered with this, have partnered together to make this something that can be really beneficial for our downtown. So, We Shop SC is a digital space really to enhance the support the built environment. This really gives 24-hour, 7 days a week marketing exposure and reach to our businesses. And then it's a tool that they can use to build community connection and commerce. So we really want our main goal is to have businesses be discovered on here and then drive foot traffic into those brick and mortar businesses. We Shop SC, of course, is not a replacement for the built environment. We at Main Street, South Carolina, are one of our main cores is historic preservation. And so we are using this to augment the built environment and the businesses that are there. It's definitely not a set it and forget it tool. The one thing that's really important about this and the profiles is to constantly update them with photos, current information, the calendar of events, making sure that you're actually using the space and using all the different tools that it has. And it's also not a quick fix for poor business practices or management. So this is not, again, going to be the one that's going to save your business or make your business grow. And it's going to take involvement from you and making sure that you're also utilizing all the different resources from the business resources that we have that we'll talk about again in a little bit, but to make sure that your brick and mortar business is in the best health that it can be as well.
So, and Kate, you can add to this too, but we're a year in. We were building the space through testing with our Main Street communities across the state. Now it's fully open to the entire state. So all 271 municipalities are ready for this. And so currently we have over 500 business profiles ranging from service, retail, and food. So think, spa or, hair salon or somebody that offers consulting to those folks that have a restaurant that is right in your downtown district. We have 30 active markets, and I believe over 50 cities and towns are now represented in this space. And this slide is a little bit dated in the sense that we now have more active engagement, but we're still new to the marketing side of things. So pre-marketing, we had an organic engagement of over 3,000 to 5,000 visitors to the site that we're just learning about it from our South Carolina base of word of mouth. So now we have fully launched into some serious advertising to highlight the site, to build awareness about it. But what's also great on this slide, I want to note, 10% of those 500 businesses are using WeShop SC as their website. So you don't have to go create another space to do this. WeShop SC serves as that space. And so again, helping communities and their small businesses be in this zone of online awareness and discoverability is the core of what we're working on here.
Would you like me to talk about the profile levels? Okay, great. Yeah, so there's really 3 different ways to engage in the WeShop platform. At its most basic form, and really what we hope every business in your community will take part in, is the free profile, the free advertising promotional space, digital link that is yours and yours alone, that is a part of the WeShop community to be able to take advantage of a lot of this traffic driving and marketing and promotional events that the state is leading and your communities are leading. So with the free profile, you have, like I said, your own unique sort of URL embedded within the site. You get to promote pictures and videos, about description that's really geared to be SEO friendly and help you get found in search results. You get to list things like calendar of events and promote events that are happening in your business, testimonials from customers, a message center to actually receive inbound from visitors visiting the site that have questions for you. So at a very free level, there's a lot of great tools and resources to just help your business be showcased online, really be that digital window front, and help be a leader, traffic leader for your business. So that's accessible to everybody. Kind of moving up, if you're ready to advance to more commerce capabilities, we have 2 plans that are very affordable. They are both commission free. So I think that's a really important distinction to understand about the WeShop environment. It is not a marketplace that is extractive like many others that are out there and more widely known, like Amazon, DoorDash, Uber Eats. This is a commission-free environment. So the sales that are rendered, the gift cards that are purchased, the only fees businesses see deducted out of those are standard credit card processing and bank transfer fees. They maintain the purchase amount beyond those credit card processing fees and do not have to pay a commission to the WeShop space. So those levels, the gift card level basically gives you access to creating a store gift card, a digital gift card for your business that can be used in store with recipients when they have those. It also allows you to participate in community cards. So think of it as like digital downtown bucks, right? You create a downtown Sumter gift card for your community, and businesses that are participating in the minimum of the gift card plan and are now able to accept those bucks when they have those cards. You're also able to receive or take the WeShop SC gift cards, as well as our Beyond Main Network gift cards. So because we are sort of the host platform, you also, should you ever see them, are able to also redeem gift cards from the Beyond Main Network beyond WeShop, just if that should ever happen. So you've got kind of like a full network of gifting capabilities that you can use for your own business uniquely, but also participate in these community gifting aspects. And then included, the gift card is included in our full store plan. So kind of building off of that, that's $600 a year or about $50 a month. That gives you end-to-end e-commerce, so you can list goods and services that relate back to products or things you want to feature for your business and commoditize. There's also the ability to set up a reservation system or link to an existing reservation system that you're already using. So there's a lot more integration factors. The other big systems that we currently integrate with are Shopify and Square. So if your business is more advanced and is already operating with a point of sale or an online commerce store, you can connect your inventory if they're on Shopify or Square for easy kind of replication of those items in a new environment. And what's really cool about that is that all of your inventory stays in sync and you don't need to update multiple systems. So if it sells on your, branded site, your Shopify or Squarespace site, or in store, it's going to update your Beyond Main platform inventory, and vice versa. If it sells on your WeShop or Beyond Main platform, it's going to update your in-store inventory. So there's some great integration and syncing capabilities to reduce or minimize, I guess, extra work that you have to take part in. And then as well as the end-to-end e-commerce and reservations, there's also a lot of promotional opportunity you have. You can run secret sales, you can discount categories, you can discount items, you can be promotional on these things as often as you need to be, to help kind of drive additional or repeat purchase activity for your store. So those are just some of the really exciting features that the WeShop platform offers at a very commission-free and affordable and accessible level for small business owners who are looking to expand their omni-channel capabilities and their digital capabilities.
Thanks, Kate. So these next series of slides really push into the visibility aspect. So when people say, I operate a clothing business, well, what kind of clothing? This space is highly visual. So the more that you can share about your product, your story, images of that product in your business space, whether it is a home business, farmer's market activity, or something that is more elevated with a brick and mortar. All of that needs to be activated here. But in particular, this slide talks about markets. Markets are eligible for communities that have a point person that is going to facilitate and lead that space. So Jonathan and I at the state level with Main Street South Carolina, we know some about our local communities, but we don't know all. And so the local community has to have a point person that can be the liaison between us, WeShop SC, Beyond Main, and the local community. And so if you're interested in that, we have more details about how to engage with that. There's a process to it. And the next slide is an example of a profile or a series of profiles. So basic things here, the about page, events, testimonials. Small businesses can capture those testimonials. So it's not reviews. It is not that active bullet in other platforms where people can say all kinds of things about you. You are able to grab those really positive moments and celebrate them on this space. And the about area is really, really important because, again, if we know more about why you chose to locate in say downtown Sumter or downtown Dillon, I'm going to say I really want to go to that space. Maybe you relocated from an entirely different state or a neighboring community. Every bit of that is really important for us as consumers to be aligning with what you're offering. Events, if you're already offering events, put it in here. It's another tool that allows for your business to be more discovered and to gain more traction.
Definitely need to put that more later.
Okay,
Kate, this is you.
Sure. So this is a screenshot of the back end for what a dashboard would look like. I'm going to roll through the slides, and if there's anything addition we want to kind of take a look at, I can share a live demo. But essentially, the capabilities that a business owner would have is the ability to kind of manage their profile, that's public on the front end, the ability for them to list events and all of those types of things. I'm just gonna, okay, here we go. I'm gonna switch to, let me just change screens. Let me know if you guys you're not with me. Do you see my
We do.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So I make sure I didn't share the wrong one. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna live view. Okay, great. So this is the back end view of a shop, right? So this is also a full commerce experience. So this is kind of the max of the opportunities of features. If you were at a free profile level, you wouldn't see some of this, like the reservations, and the reservations area here would not be here. Some of the add a product shortcuts would not be here. It would look just slightly different, but mostly the same. You'd have a traffic index to kind of understand like what's the clicking, what's the clicking happening, how often is my business getting viewed over the last 30 days. That's kind of here as a quick glance, as well as any action items that might need tending to, if there's a return that's been requested, or if you have unfulfilled orders or syncing errors that need to be modified, things like that. So the My Shop area here on the left is really where most businesses spend the majority of their time in the system. This includes everything from shop info to customer directory to your inventory catalog, as well as your managing kind of the financial piece, the sales, the orders that coming in, the deposits, and monitoring that. You always have access to a kind of quick KPI screenshot, and that's what this sales area is, as well as the number of customers you've been gaining and your best selling items. So as you start to build a history with the site, this is going to kind of shift around consistently, and you can look at it at different time periods, depending on when you want to analyze that. But this is kind of here for businesses to just quickly know, hey, what is my gross revenue for a time period? How many what's my orders? How many new customers am I getting? What's my average sale price? And they can begin to just kind of learn a little bit more about how the online environment is impacting maybe their in-store environment and vice versa. The shop info is where all the really good meaty stuff gets added. So this is where they'll add a profile picture, a banner picture, write that really robust story that Jenny was just describing, about wanting to learn about the business. They can assign tags to them, things that they want to let customers know, like, is it family owned? Is it woman owned? Is it a nonprofit? Is it retail food? Like, what kind of things does this business do? As well as linking all of their social accounts. So it's just a quick process to link and add an icon to their profile, so customers can easily add or check out any of their external sites that they're participating on. You can see there's quite a few, so it really runs the gamut, but it's a pretty easy add for the icon, and they can just connect those sort of ancillary sites. Shop locations and hours is a great tool for businesses to be able to let customers know at a glance how to contact them, but also when they're open, and then also able to fulfill questions or orders. Hours are always so important. And then bookings. So this is like a reservation area, so you can connect an existing system, or if you have a calendar set up and you're using the reservation system for the business here, this is where you would see the schedule for the day and who is basically in charge of which reservations, whether that's a restaurant or a spa, salon. There's all kinds of customizability in the booking system. And then the calendar of events. This is where you can add those events for the business and what's kind of coming up, and you can book all the way out. Once the event happens, it falls off your calendar, so you don't have to worry about going in and deleting past events, but this is where those get added. Testimonials is another great section to just a great social proof of like what's happening. And, this is just a form that can be filled out so you can track those testimonials, but the business sources them. And they are really your opportunity to kind of like amplify any really positive experiences or experiences you deliver on a pretty repetitive or continual basis that you want people to understand when they're researching your shop. So that is kind of an overview of the My Shop area and some of the other key functions in the back end. The other area I wanted to point out is the insights and the resource center. So we saw in the My Shop space, there's a lot of sales key performance indicators that are quickly calculated and available there for you. The Shop Insights tab is a little bit more focused on the behavioral analytics. And so this is going to tell you, how many daily visitors are you seeing? How many page views? So page views is kind of the equivalent of like how many products are they clicking on? How many different pages are they visiting through your shop when they're visiting? So that's what page views is, where the traffic is coming from, like what device is it, desktop, phone, tablet, how that is tracking over a 30-day period, 31-day period, and volume, where the traffic source is originating. So if it's like direct or if it's through search, you kind of start to get a sense of like, where's your traffic coming from? And then also, are they new or returning? And I always really love for businesses to understand this ratio when they think about their online space, because it kind of just gives them, maybe different levers they want to pull if they're looking to attract new people, or if they're really looking to engage existing customers through activities, so they can kind of sense like, was that effective or not effective? And then a little heat map that just sort of kind of lights up the places on the map of where your traffic is centered from. So those are more of like the Shop Insight behavioral side of stuff, but the sales data is always found in the My Shop area. And then finally, the Resource Center. This is a fantastic space for not only businesses, but also those community leaders. And Jenny talked a little bit about, how markets are created. And when there is a community that has someone that wants to take kind of ownership of that market space and beginning to promote it to their business community, as well as, the broader residential and tourist, maybe market, there's all kinds of really great like guides here. So we have a small business marketing guide, but we also have a market manager marketing guide. And this is chock full of just pre-made templates and just having everything down to like the hashtag you can use, logo made, social graphics, that you can just kind of copy paste, email,
this is a little slower,
templates, all the things.
Kate.
It's taking
It's a little
bit
slower,
to load.
yeah, to load, yeah. And
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right, we'll bounce away. You guys can view that maybe on your own where the connection is a little stronger. But the other area on the site is our print shop. So we also have a very robust print shop where you can go to order bags and boxes and stickers and all kinds of things, bag stuffers that are pre-branded and designed to kind of help promote your WeShop community. So that is kind of an overview of the back end, office where the information for a business owner gets kind of like populated, and then the front end is where it gets published. And this is how it's displayed to the customer once it's inputted into their back office shop. So we can just take a quick look. Jenny kind of walked through an example, but I'll just kind of show you in real time. This is a business that just recently joined, so they're probably still in the process of, maybe building out their profile, but you can see their website, their contact information, their socials, they've linked those, they've personalized with a few photos, they've added their hours, their address, their contact information, they've personalized some of their button spaces and added an about, but because I'm viewing and I'm really interested in this business, I'm going to send them a little poke to say, hey, I'm curious to see if you're going to sell here. And so it's another like little way that you can get some interaction with customers going. But that is a shop profile. So I'll bounce back. I think I skipped a slide.
that's okay. No. So the
There we
big
go.
one here is just an overview of all the things. So the internet has been around forever, as in like the last 30 years, maybe more. And so we still find that businesses are not active in this space, which it's a choice. But it's also a complication. So some folks just don't even know where to start. There's so many options and opportunities. And so what do? So WeShop SE is the space for them to just participate and not overthink it, and to be able to meet them where they are. This particular slide touches on 4 areas of national trends, and actually international trends about discovery, fulfillment, marketing, and loyalty. And then I'm not going to belabor all of these points here, but there are stats that relate to each one of these where We Shop SC is truly digging into this space. Next slide, Kate. And actually, Kate and Dana, if y'all want to talk about specifically these areas where
Sure.
We Shop SC is focusing.
Yeah, so the previous slide does give you a lot of really great stats that kind of talk about like how, well, it sets the stage for sort of the areas you're gonna want to like keep coming up as like challenge points, but also We Shop can also be like a solution or help kind of aid and small businesses moving to those, more online adoption from consumers. And so some of the discovery tools that kind of relate back to some of those stats from the previous slide is that through We Shop, the searching capabilities as a user, you can search by community, you can search by store type, you can search by specific category of item. So it's giving more of a by the user sort of what journey they want to craft. It's giving more flexibility for small businesses and communities to kind of be competitive in the online space to get found and get discovered. And so that's, one of the strong moments for We Shop to kind of say, we're relating back to, I'll go back to that slide just so we can kind of, or not. There we go. The online research dominates, they're discovering, right? Like that's about discovering online. And how if they can access you better, then that business has a stronger likelihood, right? We're not shutting them out of the discovery process, which is happening in today's environment a little bit more through just standard Google searches. Like now we're giving an environment where discovery can be an option for small businesses in a more competitive way. Same with the fulfillment side, right? So consumers today kind of have very high expectations. Like we all have gotten used to curbside pickup and order online delivery, right? And so, I mean, for better or worse, this is the world we are now living in. And so we want to help small businesses kind of be competitive and keep up with that in a way that they can really truly manage and deliver on. So there's 4 fulfillment methods that businesses have the opportunity when there are commerce accounts to, execute. That's just buy online, pick up in store. That could be their only fulfillment method. They can also offer local delivery for a fee or for free and define the mile radius that they'd like. They can also integrate and create shipping capabilities, right? Where, USPS daily rates are calculated at the checkout. So they're collecting that shipping fee and then they can go and execute with any shipping provider that they use. But they can expand and kind of offer shipping capabilities should they want to. So, buy online, pick up in store, there's a curbside element, there's local delivery, and there's shipping. So we're helping them expand their fulfillment capabilities that consumers are now really wanting to see today. And then, building off of some of those additional stat areas like the marketing, right? Like how can we aggregate together around messaging, around branding, around promotions to really drive a cohesive message and give a destination for consumers to go that they know, oh, if I go to We Shop SC, I'm going to find small businesses in the communities I'm looking for that I might be interested in supporting, or products that are unique in communities that I might not find in other places. And so we're starting to try to create those thread lines through marketing tools and participation with communities, businesses, and also through at the state level. And then customer loyalty, this kind of talks back to the ability for consumers to have choice, right? And also be rewarded in some capacity. So there's some, this is the great opportunity for gift cards to shine, gift cards to be awarded in communities to then recirculate back into the small business that are on the platform, the ability for easy reservations or convenient messaging, all of those things really do build loyalty with customers and repeat purchase activity. When you as a user feel like you have a relationship with the store or they're a trusted resource and you can contact them quite easily, book a reservation, shop with them, like all of these things build loyalty with business owners and consumers. And so those are the activities we're trying to cultivate through the features.
Jonathan, do you want to talk about Limitless?
Sure. So Limitless Sneaker Shop is one of our small businesses that joined. We actually had a group exercise in Spartanburg, and I got to visit, Jenny and I both got to visit them recently, and she is located in downtown Spartanburg. She is kind of in the basement. It's a really cool shop. But she joined, and within just a few short months of being online, she's had, online sales that have exceeded $1,000. She has, again, really a cool line of sneakers that she's selling, the sneakers that everybody's looking for and that kind of stuff. But she has really bought into it and has been sharing the information about WeShop with her customers. She's got customers that are coming as far away as from Florida and other states, and she's giving them the WeShop information, and then also starting to share it with neighboring businesses as well to make sure they're taking advantage of the opportunities.
Yeah, and I'll add too. So she has gotten to the point where she identified buy online, pick up in store. So not everybody has to sell out the back door. That is not the goal. Where are you in this space, and how can you better utilize it to be helpful with your business plan? And so buy online, pick up in store. She uses Instagram. Follow her. It's amazing. People are discovering her space, and they will come to her store. And what happens is there's an additional sale because they are in her space. They talk with her, they meet her, they learn more about what she offers and like future inventory. And so that's another really poignant moment for a small business to capture the possibilities. So this is a really cool space within the Downtown Spartanburg network.
Yeah, and I actually have an update on her because I recently noticed she's been having such positive sales experience with buy online, pick up in store. She's now offering shipping. So she's even elevated her, and maybe that might not be all year long, but at least for the moment, I saw she's enabled shipping. And I think she's well into the close to 3,000 in overall sales. And her inventory just continues to grow. So it's really been exciting to watch a store that was truly just brick and mortar now adopt an online component to their business that is truly helping lift overall sales, engagement, and traffic and access to new customers. The other kind of quick thing I'll add on this is that this is a good proof point of some stats that we know more in the retail side of the world, the big retail side of the world, that brick and mortar and digital really do increase productivity and like when they're worked on in tandem together. In isolation, yes, maybe they are strong, but they are much stronger together. Businesses tend to see 1.5 times more productivity in sales and capabilities when they have an online component and a brick and mortar component. So we know that's kind of the sweet spot, and that's another reason why WeShop can really benefit businesses really at all stages, but specifically those that are really struggling to adopt maybe an online channel that is affordable and easy to manage. So this can really be kind of that entry pathway for them to expand productivity overall.
And Jonathan knows this space really well. So if you'll add to this.
Yeah, so this is an art gallery that's located in downtown Lawrence, and they really didn't have a web presence other than some social media, and they moved to a new location and decided to use the WeShop Etsy platform almost as their in-store point of sale, but then also to get them online and to get their artists more recognized. So they now require their artists to when they bring in new artwork, they have a form they fill out so they can get that added to their site. So every one of their artists and each one of their artworks are available online. So they had a painting that was in the store. They had a couple people looking at that particular painting. A gentleman went online, discovered them on WeShop, noticed that painting was still listed on their online store, contacted them, and they let the customer know that the painting was still available. And so he came in the store and purchased it. It was a $400 purchase that was the result of their connection through WeShop. So again, another example of how that can help with driving the foot traffic to the local businesses.
That's right. So
Dana,
we were. Oh
Dana,
yeah.
would Dana like to talk about this? I don't know if she's available, but this is like her space.
Yeah, there she is. Go for it.
So this is kind of going back to the resource center, which Kate had shown you a little bit earlier, but this, oh, okay, there we go. You lost me for a second. So this is a specific guide. She had mentioned the market manager guide, the small business marketing guide. This guide is specifically for selling online. So this comes for e-commerce. There's tips on e-commerce photography. There's tips on writing your bio or writing your product descriptions, titling it, as well as marketing plans specifically for products and captions specifically for products. So this is for the businesses that do plan on going up a little bit further in the WeShop and selling product. So this is just one of, another point of our resource center.
And I'll add to this, it's so important to recognize that, we are asking, businesses to be a part of this, but we have the tools to equip them with all the language, the imagery, to get them started. So I don't know if Shopify does that or other platforms that are in this space, but this is a way for us to be a collective message about South Carolina is amazing. And we are all Team South Carolina. So we love what Dana and the team has done for this space. Jonathan, do you want to add about this one? Well, I guess I'll add.
Back?
Okay. Yep. The back. Yep. So y'all heard this at annual meeting. The WIS Gray Media ads have gone live. We have already seen amazing results from this in just a week. And it's all about awareness at this point. We aren't telling people to shop, do whatever. We're just saying, hey, WeShop SC exists. And this is where you can learn more about your local communities and how you can better engage with them. ETV ads will go live the week of September 16th. And this was through a grant program where we pursued dollars from SCPRT to support the space. So again, the Municipal Association is all in. Jonathan and I are furthering that space with financial support from grant dollars to ensure that this space is fully supported. We are also working on window wraps and other marketing tools that are from Department of Commerce. So these are resources that are still in process. We're almost at the final stages of approval. But say you have a downtown building that is just 9 months, maybe 5 years away from any kind of activation. So we are developing graphics that can be installed in those storefronts to help talk about your downtown district and WeShop SC and help to mask the inside of those buildings, but draw energy into those spaces for their reutilization. We also are working on, we're programming right now an commerce grant, it's e-commerce grant through SCRC, and it's going to be in 9 counties. And so those counties are going to be having boots on the ground with our team, the team that you see here on site between Beyond Main and WeShop SC. We will be in the communities talking about how to better fulfill and embrace e-commerce.
Did I go too far?
No, you're good. Jonathan, you want to talk about that?
Okay.
Yeah. So these are some of the next steps for our businesses is to utilize the resources and tools. So Dana and Kate have done a really great job of explaining all those. The resource center, again, has the words that your businesses can just copy and paste into their social media, into press releases. So a lot of that work is done for them. We want to make it as easy as possible. So that it can be used by so many different people. Spread the word with your neighbors. We talked about Limitless Sneakers, spreading the word with their neighboring businesses who have joined the platform now. But this is open to any small business in South Carolina. So they don't necessarily have to be a brick and mortar, but it's open to anybody. So makers. We talked about the farmers market, people that have honey and stuff that they're selling and may want to expand their business at some point to reach more than just that local market. Again, it's a great tool for those makers that are participating in other ways. Sign up to shop. We also need, obviously we have the businesses on there, but we need shoppers. So if we are on site with you, we have rack cards that we will leave with you that are actually double-sided. So one side is for the shoppers, one side is for the businesses. So you can scan the QR code and sign up to shop and start discovering all the cool products that are on there. And then, of course, follow us on social media. We are posting on Facebook, Instagram. Dana and the team are helping with that and doing a really good job of getting that reach out there.
Okay.
So this is an example here of some of the social media marketing that or social media tools that Main Street Bennettsville as for their downtown has been using to encourage their businesses to sign up. And then the Makers Market is a business that has been doing really well online and is using this to promote their We Shop presence as well. And then this is, you guys saw this if you were in our session. We have, people always ask, is there an app for that? I think that's one of the biggest questions people ask about anything new online these days. And there's not an app for it currently. But what we did do is we saved that money to really use for the marketing and pushing the program and the platform out. But this is a way to save it to your home screen so it works as an app so that you can access the website really easily. This shows how to do it on an Apple, Apple iPhone. Really easy, basically the same process too on any of the cell phones. But this is a way to save it to your home screen and have instant access to supporting those small businesses.
So contact us, I guess, if you have questions. But I think at this point, Jenny, are you ready to kind of turn it over for Q&A and dive into
Yep.
what sort of,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Sure.
would pause the recording. I'm going to put some
Okay.
links in the chat box, but thank you all for
Okay.
your time. And we have until 11 to answer any questions that you guys might have from what you've seen.